this all around. They have all these nice pull-out spaces. Delicate Arch at Arches National Park, and it is spectacular. It's hard to imagine it looking any. Moab is a beautiful town. I'm staying on the north end of it, which is perfect because you're no more than, 30 minutes from any of the trailheads that I've ridden this week. So the location couldn't be any better. Plus, again, it's right down the road from Arches National Park. Now to get to Canyonlands, it's maybe 20-25 minutes before you reach one of the park entrances. But it's a beautiful ride the whole way and back, so I don't mind it. So this bridge up here crosses the Colorado River. Look at the vista that I get to ride into each morning. Really nice. So I-70, which I came on all the way out here, is 29 miles to the north of Moab. So easy to get back on the main route back home. So here we are at the entrance to Arches National Park. Very nice. Yes, I have my timed ticket. Wow, 1 hour wait from this sign. Glad I'm not here in, late May or June, which I think is their peak. There is a line, but it doesn't look too bad. Well, thank you. I'll show you my time pass, then I'll get out my park pass and.
Yeah. Thank you. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
My senior lifetime pass.
Yeah, would you like a map at all? You're good on that. You don't have to worry about that.
Oh, okay.
Trust me. Would you like a map at all?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so that wasn't too terrible. And now we go, I think this is the visitor center up here. It's really supposed to be, something to see, but I'm gonna go ahead and skip that for now. Maybe I'll hit it on the way out, maybe I won't, because I want to get up and, start doing the hikes back to the Arches. Come on, car up here, what are you doing? Okay, they were backing up because they decided to go to the visitor center after all. All right. Okay, so far, the morning's going well. And we have nice sunshine on my back. We curve up the mesa here. I think there are 30-some miles of, paved roads in the park. And honestly, I don't know how many miles of trails. There's a lot of trails, but it's particularly sandy here. So this is more appropriate for Jeeps to run the off-road trails here than it is motorcycles. There's 3 arches that I particularly want to see. Walking or climbing on the arches, camp only, and campgrounds. Yeah, this is certainly not BLM land. This is one of the most tightly managed and protected parks in the national park system. That's made clear when you do any research about it. Park Avenue is up here on the left, so I think that's the first place I'm going to get off and hike back to and take a look. See how long of a hike it is. If I can get a parking spot. Are there any parking spots? Yeah. There we go. So this is known as Wall Street because of these towering places up here. I guess they thought it looked like Wall Street in New York, but it's quite a sight. And you know, you can walk down and hike into it. They have a beautiful observation place here, and I guess I could get off the trail and walk down there a little bit. So let's do that. But look at this behind me. It's really something. Okay, so now I've descended down into the valley of Wall Street. So I guess I'm on Wall Street. But gee whiz, look at this all around. It's really something to see. I don't know how far this path goes. I'm guessing it goes over kind of to the end of the valley over there. But yeah, this is classic Utah, classic American West. I was gonna wear my, my off-road motorcycle boots today, but I knew I'd be doing a lot of little side hikes like this, so I wore my hiking boots. That was a good choice. I could have done it in the, in the big motorcycle boots, but wouldn't have been as good. I'm nearing the end of the little Wall Street trail, and it was worth the walk down here. This is beyond words to be able to, come here and walk this. Again, this is one of the most visited parks. In fact, as far as density, the number of visitors versus the size of the park, this may be the most, densely visited park. I think Smoky Mountains National Park actually has the greatest number of visitors each year because it's in the east. It's more populated side of the United States, but of the western parks, this is one of the big five in Utah. Let's see, there's Arches, Canyonlands, Zion, what are the other ones that I'm forgetting? There's two more. I'm just overwhelmed by the spectacle here. And Bryce Canyon, and what's the other one? I'm sorry, Fifth Park, I'm just so overwhelmed by Arches, I can't think of your name right now. But anyway, there's the big five that people do. Of course, we're not very far from the Grand Canyon. We're within a day's drive up there. So I'm coming back the trail from Wall Street. We'll take some more pictures when we get to the top of it. But it's really something to see. There's a handful of other hikers down here, but most people just park in a parking lot and then they walk to the observation area, which is the best picture spot. So I understand that. And I don't know, maybe 10% hike down, on the trail to the to the place. Oh, it'd be a lot easier if I didn't have to have double-lined jeans on and a heavy armored motorcycle jacket with my pockets stuffed with all the stuff I'm going to need for the day. I feel like Bib the Michelin Man. But it's all good and certainly worth it. Yeah.
You're on that motorcycle coming up, aren't you?
Yeah.
How was
So
that ride?
it's a lot. It's a lot of fun. I'm base camping north of Moab,
Oh, okay.
and it's just a lot of fun to ride the motorcycle through the park. You
imagine.
feel
I
like
used to
you're
have
on an
one.
iron horse in the west.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It looks like fun.
It is.
Enjoy your trip.
You too. Yeah, I don't know if you can see in front of me, but there's the observation point up there. You can't say enough good things about the National Park Service. Just the way they set these things up. Man, they make it easy to find the good spots, to get to the good spots. The only problem is they're a victim of their own success. These parks are so popular that crowding is the main issue. Now, this has been fine so far today. I expect it to, of course, have to deal with crowds when I get to some of the marquee arches and other locations. Then you have to worry if you can even get a parking spot. But we'll see how it goes. This has been a great first stop. So we're continuing on the park road to the next, stop off, or series of arches. They have all these nice pull-out spaces. I don't know if I can park the motorcycle on them or not because they're on they're on quite a slant, and it might topple forward off the kickstand. So I have to be super circumspect about where I park this. It has kind of a tall kickstand, so you have to have exactly the right placement for the kickstand, or it stands up too tall and can topple over to the right, and of course if it's too low it'll topple over to the left, so you have to hit it just right. There's many times where I put the kickstand down and it's not quite right, and I have to move it a foot forward or a foot back to get the right inclination so the bike doesn't fall left or right. Any way you look, there's an incredible view. Like right here, I'm just going to shoot this from the bike. I'm not even getting off. Come on, look at that. That was worth it. I hope I can pan these shots with this Insta360 to, when I go past these towering monoliths. I don't know, is this Courthouse Towers? Might be. We'll see. What the speed limit is here. It was 15, but that was around the congested area, so maybe it's 30. There'll be a sign up here somewhere. When do we get to the first arch? A nice light to film in today. It won't be too blown out. I think there's supposed to be some bright sun for maybe an hour, and then the clouds come, and that's when okay, 45. I'm doing 35. That's fine. And chance for rain, and then it's supposed to be just a cloudy afternoon again, which is great for photography. I don't know how late I'm going to stay today. I'm just going to keep going until I say, okay, that's enough. That's how I got the one of the earliest. In fact, I think 8 to 9 is the earliest. No, 7 to 8 is the earliest timed entry ticket you can get, and I got the 8 to 9 one, which is fine. I didn't want to ram jam it enough to get here between 7 and 8. It's too cold then also. Oh, look at those rocks sitting on top of those mesas. I think those are mesas, and I know there's buttes. I'm going to have to look up the difference. I think buttes are smaller, mesas are larger. I wasn't a physical geography science teacher. I was just a geography teacher. But yeah, you'd think I'd know. Been retired too long. 6 years as of the end of this month. Setting aside marriage and kids, the best time of life. So we're hiking back to Balanced Rock, which is right in front of us. And I don't know if there's a circular path around it or what the deal is, but we'll find out. Really a phenomenon. So we'll go around and maybe try to get it from the other side. I don't know if the path all goes around that way or not. Unbelievable. It's the famous Balanced Rock at Arches National Park. Huh. I remember I was watching a review video and they said, one day it will topple. Gravity works 24/7 and so does the weather. But hopefully none time too soon, because many generations need to see this. It's difficult to know what to say. Once I get up to Delicate Arch, that's the symbol for the state of Utah, and it's the most famous arch in the park. I'm sure I'll have to deal with some crowds, but it's been fine so far. Just fun to walk in the desert away from people. Just go down these paths and enjoy yourself. Oh, that was a wonderful stop. Stopped at Balanced Rock, hiked back to it as you saw. And then I walked quite a ways out into the desert to, get different angles. And just sat there for a while and tried to soak everything in. You can't. It's just too too foreign, too wonderful for, you know, somebody from the Midwest like me. And just the landscape is totally different. I think the next stop is the big one, Delicate Arch. I think you have to turn right and then go back a road a ways, and you know, get to the trailhead for it, and then it's somewhat of a hike back to it, I think. But we'll find out here in a few minutes. But just everything is going really well in Arches National Park so far. I just checked the weather. There's I think it's a 20% chance of rain at 2 o'clock. So let's keep our fingers crossed. So this is the trail back to Delicate Arch, which, as you'll see, is the symbol of Utah and of Arches National Park. And it's, of course, one of the most famous arches or rock formations in the world. It's quite a hike back here, but it's beautiful. There's no place here that's not beautiful. And I see you have to go up a steep incline, and then you're supposed to get a really nice view. So we'll walk back this trail and see how long it takes us to get there. Hiking up to Delicate Arch. So this is, I'm guessing, a couple miles. And this part here is really cool, as you can see, I hope, because it's all slick rock. Beautiful bronze slick rock. And easy to walk on because you get a pretty good grip. And but you can see the people up there. They probably look like ants, but they're ascending the last big thing. I think Delicate Arch is over the top of that hill. Neat. They've carved steps in the steepest part here. Really something. Like ants crawling up a hill. So we are about 2 miles in, I'm guessing, maybe more, on the trail to see Delicate Arch. I'm hopeful we're nearing the end of it, because it's been tough. I see some arch there. It's not Delicate Arch though. This last, maybe, I don't know, third of the trail has just been this solid rock. Beautiful, beautiful, solid rock. Again, think you're on the moon. You're on Tatooine, or someplace like that. It's unbelievable. Check this out. I'm standing here waiting for my turn at the arch. You can see it's almost a natural amphitheater. You have this beautiful, beautiful bronze stone all surrounding it. Of course, that's what's in this part of the state, and it's just an indescribable scene. So I think my turn is next, after she finished striking her poses, once in a lifetime probably. Everybody's very cooperative, everybody's waiting their turn. No fuss, no muss, which is the way it should be. I'm guessing this is a once in a lifetime for most people who come here. Okay, my long-awaited chance to walk under Delicate Arch at Arches National Park, and it is spectacular. It's hard to imagine it looking any better than it does. I mean, it's just incredible. Just incredible. Okay, so that was worthwhile. Thank you. Okay, you get 50 yards away from the site and you're by yourself. Hear this wind? It's really something. See if we can get over here and get a different angle of Delicate Arch. How's that? There we go. That's it. Fantastic. Unbelievable. Never thought I would be standing here. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. That is, I mean, the hike up here is, whew, I should have, done a walk on my watch, but I didn't do it. You know what, I'm gonna stop and do it now because I just started. I wanna see what the distance is going there and back. Let's see. All right, outdoor walk, got it. So this is the pretty, well, the whole hike is pretty, but this is just kind of a, I don't know, an ideal desert landscape. Descending down from the Delicate Arch. Came up the same way, of course, but this is really something through here. I really like this. Just classic desert landscape. But here in a few minutes, I'll get back to the gigantic, slick rock, and that is really something. This sand reminds me of Michigan. It's a little bit finer, but yeah, I look down and I think Michigan. Trying to stay on the, there's actually a path worn in this rock, which is interesting. But see, we're all like ants on a hill, coming back from Delicate Arch. Did I mention what a mind-blowing experience that was? Well, it was. Something else. We just exited the park road that goes back to Delicate Arch. They have two viewing spots. There's one where you view it from a distance, and then there's another one where you do it's a little bit more than 3-mile round trip hike. It's a very strenuous hike. I just did it, and yeah, you want to be at the top of your game when you take that on, because it's a lot of uphill. You're walking on slick rock. You're going through like terrarium sand for a portion of it, and yeah, it was a tough hike, but well worth it. I mean, the views, not just of the arch, which is spectacular, but the terrain going and coming. It was just something else to see. And then and if you go another, I don't know, mile or so up the road, they have a viewpoint. They have a parking lot, and you get out and you can see the arch, from a distance. You can't walk up to it. So I went down there and took some pictures. So I've seen the arch from both sides now, and boy, was it worth it. So I'm just continuing around the park road, stopping in, and when I see something interesting, I'll stop in and go hike back to it, and I'll be here for as long as I feel like it. And I'll probably feel like it for a while, because this is really a unique place.